Probably get a, oh no, not a pitch, right?
So you make exactly 3. And so that's a good example of how North has a really nice hand here, but it gets you to stop at the right spot. Okay, let's try one more, then I'll switch it around.
What did the 3 diamond bid mean?
Like if your diamond and spades were switched, go for 4 hearts.
Okay. Yeah, it's asking for help in that suit. So even though you're a minimum kind of hand, if you have the right points in the right spot.
And also keep it below 3 hearts, so I have a free 3 diamond bid, basically.
So it's a help suit game try?
Yep.
Sort of, yeah.
Okay, and how should we play the hearts here? When we get in to draw a trump, how should we play them? Should we try and finesse the queen, or should we try and play the ace and the king right off and hope the queen falls?
Play the ace and the queen and king, right?
That's right. Because when we're missing the queen and there's 4 of them out, it's a better chance to drop it than to finesse it. And you can see if you tried the finesse here, you lose it. Whereas if you play the ace and the king, the queen does come down. So this is a good example of why you want to do that. And when we're in, how should we play the spades?
I mean, finesse wouldn't work, right?
Well, it's not going to, because we could see that, but should we try the finesse? Yeah, where they have 6 spades out, playing the ace and king is not likely to drop the queen. Right?
So you lead the jack and then duck.
And here it would lose, but it's a 50-50 chance that it's going to win.
Uh-huh.
So we want to take that chance. And then as it turns out, it doesn't matter for us, but the spades are 3-3, so the last spade is going to set up in the north hand after you're done. But it's going to be the 10's going to be good anyhow. And then how should we play the diamonds?
Finesse.
Yep, we'll lead a low diamond to the queen. And in this case, that one is going to work. So we'll lose no hearts, we'll lose 1 spade, we'll lose no diamonds, and we'll lose 1 club. So we'll wind up making 5 here. And that's pretty good because South has got a nice hand, but it's only 17, and it's a 4-3-3-3 pattern, which is kind of the worst pattern we can have. And North only has 5 high card points. We've got 22 high card points combined, but we're taking 11 tricks here. One of the reasons for that is this singleton club that North has is really powerful, because if you look, what clubs does the defenders have? Ace, king, queen, jack, 10, 9. right? They've got the top 6 clubs.
Yeah.
But how many clubs are they going to take? How many tricks are they going to take with that?
One.
Just one. So you've eliminated almost all of their high cards. And then their other high cards is this queen and jack of diamonds that's finessable. The only trick they're going to take is with the queen of spades here. And let me switch here.
So West would have never come into that.
Yeah, probably will. But vulnerable, maybe not.
It's hard for them to come in over the 2-no trump
Yeah.
because they know that South has a good hand and they're vulnerable, so they may not.
Yeah, I guess so. 14. Well, if it was my wife, she would figure out a way.
Yeah, the 14, but that queen doubleton and the heart suit is probably worthless. Yeah, east-west on that hand can only take 6 tricks in clubs. So what is 2 spades showing here after the 2?
Actually, that shows more, huh? I should just fast arrive.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, because your 2 club bid was a game forcing bid, so that showed 13 points already. So when you jump to 4 spades, that says you don't really have much more than the 13 points, but you have 3 card support. If you'd had 4 card support, you'd have done the Jacoby 2-no trump.
Okay.
Pretty well defines your hand. And how should we play spades with this holding?
Play the king, then play low.
Yep, play the king and then play low to the jack and hope the queen is on the left, which it is. And so you won't lose any spades that way.
You can also catch it if it's queen doubleton on West.
Yep. And then once we've drawn the trumps, how are we going to play the hearts?
Low to the queen.
So
Finesse.
yes,
like
but
it.
no ducking all the way, right?
Right. I don't like it.
Because you have all the way down to your 8 is connected.
Yeah.
So the technique here normally is to play your 8 first.
And then the 3.
Well, and then yeah, follow with the 3, and that's going to win in this case. Then you play the 10. You can go ahead and cover it and play the ace, and you have to give up heart because you don't have enough hearts to finesse with.
So then the contract's kind of in trouble, right? Well, I guess the long trump's
Well, the other thing that you should do before you do those hearts, I guess, is you'd take the play the king of diamonds, and you wind up getting to pitch a club on the queen of diamonds, unless they let a club to start with. But worst case, you'll lose a heart, a club, and a diamond. So you should make your game. And if they don't lead a club, you'll be able to make an over trick. And so this is a different 2-no trump than what we were doing over the week 2 openers. This one is Also a strong bid, but this is the Jacoby 2-note trump showing an opening hand with at least 4 cards trump support. But it's the same idea to ask the opener to describe their opening hand some more. So 3-note trump.
I'm fudging it a little bit. I thought about it, but I think
And so I just take us back to 4 hearts.
Yeah, I think so. So the
And what is opener supposed to do after 2-note trump? How do they describe their hand?
so let me go back. Here we have the Jacoby 2-note trump bids. And so with shortness, you show that at the 3 level. That's a singleton or a void. A jump to the 4 level shows a good 5 card side suit. And with no shortness, if you have a minimum, you jump to game. 3-note trump shows a medium strength hand, about 15 to 17. And a rebid of the major at the 3 level shows a maximum. The thing about the 3-note trump showing a medium strength hand, normally that's showing an unbalanced hand also, because otherwise with a balance 15 to 17, you'd have opened 1-note trump. So and this is a semi-balanced hand, so you can treat it as unbalanced like that. And with all the high cards and 2 suits, that seems like an okay thing to do. So that seems all right. But with this hand, I would not have done the Jacoby 2-note trump.
okay.
Because you have a more descriptive bid. And so what's the other option for North after the 1 heart? You can do a splinter bid.
3 spades.
No, 4 clubs.
Oh, right. Sorry, it shows a shortness, right? Okay.
Right. With your 4 card support and game going hand, if you have shortness, you get to choose between the splinter bid or the Jacoby 2-note trump. And then we do the splinter normally if we have the 10 to 12 high card point range, and we do the Jacoby 2-note trump with higher than that.
Okay.
And so you've got 11 high card points, and so the splinter bid you're the perfect range for that.
Mm.
And so if you say 4 clubs there, South has a little bit better than a basic opener, but your singleton club is not super helpful. And so he'll just stop at 4 hearts.
Okay.
So how are we going to do in 4 hearts here? Let's see. West is going to be on lead. What are they probably going to lead?
Ace of club,
Yep. And so they'll win that one.
and that's all you're gonna
There's
win.
a singleton and dummy. And they're going to need to switch, but they may be able to get a clue from their partner. So what kind of signal should East do on the ace of clubs?
Suit preference.
Yeah, because they can see that there's no future. They can tell both of them know there's no future in leading the king of clubs because it'll just get roughed and dummy. And they know that their partner is going to have to decide between leading a spade or a diamond. And from East's perspective, which one would we prefer that they lead?
A diamond.
Yeah. And that's the lower of the 2 suits that they have to choose between. So we want to play our lowest club.
And for that reason, South should play the 8.
Yep. So on trick 1, South should play the 8 of clubs to make it not 100% clear is the 3 of clubs their lowest or not.
Mhm.
And as a general rule, when I'm declarer, and I've got suits with side suits with twos like this, the 8 and the 2 and the 9 and the 2. I'm playing my 2 at the last possible minute. It's always good for declare to hide their little 2s as side suits.
I've heard you say that before, and I get it in this case. Is there another reason?
It comes up in other times like this, and so it always just adds confusion, especially because most novice or intermediate players just play their lowest card as a declare automatically. So in particular in those levels, it's confusing to the defense.
Okay.
But if that's the case, then West should probably switch to a diamond. They don't really like the idea of the leading a spade away from their king 7. Their best bet is to really lead another club anyhow, or to lead a trump. If they do lead a diamond, they'll probably lead the 10, and it's going to go all the way around to the jack and give up a trick. And East will be out of diamonds, and 2 more tricks are going to be out of trumps, because you're going to take the ace and king of hearts, and then their hearts are gone. Then you can finesse the spade, and you'll wind up just only losing the, let's see. You'll just lose the club and you'll make 6. If they don't switch to the diamond, if they just continue with clubs, you'll have to lose a diamond also.
No, the spade's set up, right? So you get 5 hearts, 5 spades, and 2 diamonds.
No,
No. Spades don't set up. Spades
don't
is
set
4
up.
2. Right.
You only get 4 spades.
Yep. Well, I might be too weak for that.
It's the wrong shape though. That's going to show a.
Oh, right, of course, right, of course.
What would that show?
4 3
To
3.
show 13 to 15 points, a 4-3-3-3 pattern with 3 hearts. So the 4 card suit is not hearts. And that's the choice of games. It says partner, you can either play in 3 no trump or 4 hearts is what that's offering. So here are the 2 clubs as game forcing, and so what's your rebid by North then?
2 diamonds.
No, just 2 no trump.
Okay.
You've got a balanced hand, so just
Okay.
show it.
Yeah, you don't. What would make you consider 3 no trump?
By South,
Yeah.
having 1 less club and 1 more diamond.
Ah, okay.
But here you'll see you're able to rough a diamond, right? So you can get a trick that way. Although the clubs are going to set up for you, so you really don't need that. And so the what's the opening lead going to be here?
6 of spades.
6 of spades, yeah.
So I think 3 no trump goes down, right? Because by the time you set up, hearts not going to set up, and they're going to get a lot
Hearts
of
aren't
spade
going to
trick.
set up, but they have no way to get to the spades.
Oh, okay.
So 4 hearts is the right place to be here, but what's going to happen when they lead a heart? Which South is going to play low. What heart should West play at trick 1?
Spade, you mean?
Spade, yeah, they're going to lead they're going to lead the 6 of spades, and you'll play a low spade. What spade should West play?
It's pretty much guaranteed. Like the shape of spade is known. you can see 3 here. You know North doesn't have 4 spades because North rebate will be 2 spades. So you should go up with the ace always.
You should go up with the ace anyhow, because if partner has the king, it doesn't cost you anything. Partner probably doesn't have the king, declarer probably does, and so they're going to get their king anyhow, except in a case like this.
Hmm.
Where if you play the ace and then you play the queen of spades and they cover it with the king, partner's going to trump it.
So you go up with the ace. What are you gonna play back? Are you gonna go with another spade?
Yeah, the queen of spades, and force out the king.
Mm.
They'll play the king and that'll get roughed, and then your jack of spades will be good if you ever get back in. But it's not going to matter because now that you've roughed in the east, they have to play something back. They'll probably come back with a diamond. And you can win your king on the board and you can draw trumps now. Originally, if you tried to draw trumps, the jack would set up.
Right.
You see how they have jack fourth, and if you take your ace, king, queen, the jack is going to be a winner. But since they've roughed that spade at trick 2, now their jack's going to fall. So they kind of roughed with what was a natural trump trick anyhow.
Mm.
So then after you've done that, drawn trumps, you can play the queen of clubs and finessing clubs. And they should duck, and then you play the 6 to the 9, and that should win. Then I think you give up a club to their king, and then you get back with the king of diamonds, and you have those clubs there to pitch your last spade on, and your last diamond. So I think you'll lose a club, a spade, and a spade rough. So you make 4. Let's go and do one more here. Yep, that 4 spades says I don't have a singleton or a void, and I have the basic opener.
Hmm.
And so what's our opening lead apt to be?
6 of diamond.
Yep, probably. You don't want to lead a club. You don't really want to lead a spade here because you may be finessing partner and taking a guess away from declare. Hearts are probably not going to be great either. So, yeah, 6 of diamonds.
Kind of gave away a trick as well.
Mm-hmm. That means that you're gonna, if they go up, you play low from dummy. If they go up with the king, you take the ace and then your queen's good. If they play low, you win with your 10, and so you don't have any diamond losers. But it'll still be a tricky one to make here. You can draw trumps in 3 rounds. And then in hearts, you might play your ace of hearts and then a low heart to the queen. And if they duck that, then the queen's going to win. So you'll have 1 heart loser, no spades, no diamond losers, and you can have 2 club losers. Is what you wind up with.
This hand kind of have 2 frozen suits. You don't want to. Nobody want to play the minors.
Right.
Mm.
So this is the right kind of auction though, because North has a nice hand, but 4 spades is the limit, and it's like you just barely make 4 spades.
Mm.
And if they did do a trump lead to start with, you might not make 4 spades. You'd probably be down 1. Let me see. I'm gonna. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah. So that's the forcing one no trump. It's one round forcing. So Brian, what's the three spades showing now?
So that's the 10 to 12,
Yep. And how many spades?
3 spades.
So here the spades look pretty good because you've got the top four, and they split 4-1, but you can still draw all their trumps. You have this unfortunate heart combination like we had on the last hand in clubs, I think. No, spades. But anyhow, where you have the king little little opposite queen little little, that's highly likely that you'll wind up losing 2 tricks in that suit.
Mm.
So you can do something about that. So one thing you can do about it is after drawing trumps, you can lead your 6 of diamonds towards the king. And if they go up with their ace, you'll lose that diamond, but then you can use the king of diamonds to pitch one of the hearts in your hand so that you'll only lose 1 heart. So when you lead that 6 of diamonds, what should West do? What should they play?
Hmm.
A 9.
Or
Or really just second hand low, and it needs to be very quick. It needs to not be like you're pondering, should I take my ace or not? If you think about it very long, they're going to know you have the ace, and they'll just go up with their king of diamonds right there, and you'll never get your ace. If you play low smoothly, declarer has to decide whether to play the king of diamonds or the jack of diamonds.
Hmm.
If they play the king, good, they get their diamond, but they were going to get one, they're going to get the king of diamonds anyhow. But what happens if they play the jack of diamonds?
And the queen will take it.
Yeah, and you still have the ace, and so they don't take any diamond tricks. So the only way to keep them from taking any diamonds is to play low and have them guess wrong. And a lot of times they will guess wrong.
So I'm curious, Rick, if you were in West and you only had the 9-8-4, do you ever hesitate to make them think you might have the ace?
So that is unethical.
Okay. Okay.
And so you can't do that. Another thing like that is if they start out with the ace of spades and you've got a singleton there, and you think about it for a while to act like you have different spades to choose from,
Right.
that's also unethical.
Okay.
Will you be called on that?
You certainly could be.
Huh.
But taking your time and choosing between the ace and the 4 is a legitimate decision to make, and so you can take your time for that. But planning ahead to where you don't take time and you just play the 4 right away in tempo is totally ethical and good strategy. You'll see this arrangement of cards in like the newspaper hands, if there are any newspapers still. But this is a
And so it's
scenario.
more than just unethical. It's actually illegal because you'll get called on it and they'll penalize you somehow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And likely they'll warn you if it's, a first time kind of thing or a couple times.
Okay.
But you can get penalized for it. Another thing common that with face-to-face bridge that is if partner opens a spade like this and North is sitting there with maybe this hand, but only 6 high card points, is trying to decide whether to pass or bid one or bid 2 spades. And you sit there for a minute and then you pass. That's almost guaranteed to get a director call.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Because it's telling your partner that you had 2 choices of bid there. And when you pass, that's saying that you have just a borderline pass.
really?
If you take a long time and then you bid a spade, it's not as clear, what your choices are was it between bidding a spade and passing, or bidding a spade or bidding 3 spades or a no trump or different choices. When you take a long time and then pass, it really is clear that you have sort of a maximum pass. And that is unauthorized information to your partner. So that's another case where you want to kind of not take forever, especially if you're considering a pass. You need to make up your mind pretty quick.
Interesting.
All right, I think that's it for today.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Yep, thanks all. Good seeing you
Next Thursday or next Tuesday.
next Tuesday. All right.